Thought challenging. Thinking can be a wonderful thing, helping us problem solve, create and imagine. But it can at the same time also cause us a lot of problems. If we engage in a lot of unhelpful thinking, we may find ourselves worrying, dwelling on things and criticising ourselves too often. People don't intend to think in ways that are upsetting or unhelpful, but at the same time, our brains can't help but interpret the experience we have, sometimes inaccurately or unhelpfully. So what can we do about this? It's important to recognise that we have a choice in how we respond to the type of thoughts we're experiencing. One way of managing unhelpful thinking is to use thought challenging. A simple way of understanding thought challenging is to imagine that you're putting your thoughts on trial. Like a courtroom trial, the aim is to decide whether the accused thought is guilty or not guilty. The trial will follow a series of steps. First, the role of the prosecutor will be to argue that the thought is in fact true and therefore guilty. Asking yourself questions such as what evidence would support this thought and recording all the reasons why that thought appears to be accurate. Not censoring anything, exploring all the evidence that we have. Next, we'll play the role of the defence. Now our job is to argue all the reasons why that thought is false and so not guilty. Asking yourself questions such as what evidence does not support this thought? What facts exist that tell me that this thought is not true? And the final step is to play the role of the jury. Taking into consideration all the evidence that's been presented, what would we conclude about this thought? Does the evidence show that the thought is 100% fair and accurate? Is the thought completely true beyond any reasonable doubt? If the thought isn't true, what is the reality instead? To conclude this process, we would then play the judge. Now the jury has delivered their final verdict. What would be an accurate summary of this trial? What is a more balanced and realistic way of viewing the accusation against you? How do you view your automatic thought after putting it on trial? Becoming more aware of the types of thoughts that cause us difficulties and choosing to evaluate their accuracy is a skill that takes practice but can have profound effects on the way we view ourselves, the world and others.